Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday, the 6th of March, the 5th of March, 2015. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract daily chart. Been talking about that 13 sell signal for a while now, about 10 days, 11 days back, and the pink risk line that barely violated and I felt like was still in place. We did start to slip again today, got a little more aggressive to the downside after gapping down in the market, but then recovered over lunch a bit. We did not fill the gap, as you'll see on the intraday action, but definitely had a downside acceleration this morning, and for it to just fizzle out like that, as you'll see on the intraday, kind of disappointing. Was hoping for it to really pick up some speed. So the S&P lost 9 today. The NDX lost 13. Here's the NDX cash index. Here's the SOX down a point, not a big deal. It's lost the whole gain that it had back on Monday. Biotech index was actually up 22 and near closing highs. Here's Google dead flat after rallying since January. Here's Apple down a buck basically. The VIX climbed 37 cents. VIX helped us out today in spotting the bottom in the market. We'll talk about that in a moment as well. Crude oil back up a bit, closed at 50.52. It's actually quoting higher than that in the aftermarket. Here's a look at gold, decline 2. And the trend continues to put in decent numbers, 1.44 on the trend. By the way, NASDAQ volume, 1.73 million shares on the NASDAQ volume. That's decent, and I'm going to put the 10-day moving average back up, which is now back over 1.7 billion shares on the volume number. That's reasonable at least. So let's take a look at the intraday action, the 5-minute chart of the ES front month futures contract. You can see we gapped down and headed lower. That gave us some opportunities. We did well in the futures with that. And then tried one more time to make new lows. That ended up being the biggest volume day of the session in 5-minute bars. We reversed off of that, came all the way back to the opening level in the highs. Could not, that's kind of a cup formation. We could never break that. Fizzled out and ended up touching the VWAP exactly, coming back out of lunch and just kind of stayed neutral from there. Now, when we take a look at the VXX, first, here's the ES, and you'll notice that the point in time was about 10:10 in the morning Eastern time, 40 minutes in, that we tried to make that new low again in the market. Now let's take a look at the VXX. This is the VIX, tradable VIX anyways, and you'll notice that at the same time that the market was making new lows, the VIX was not making new highs, as that was our indication that we might have bottomed, at least for the morning, and we did right there. So that gave us an opportunity to really tighten those stops down, protect ourselves from the trades that we had going on the short side at that point in time. All right, for tomorrow, let's talk about the economic data that's coming out. We've got the weekly. This is the weekly economic data numbers in terms of the unemployment weekly numbers. That's the initial claims. We've got challenger job cuts, productivity revised from the fourth quarter. Those are all before the bell, an hour before the bell. We've got factory orders 30 minutes into the market, and natty gas. It's the weekly number, an hour in. Don't forget that Friday we've still got the unemployment rate with the non-farm payroll data and trade balance. So there's some big stuff Friday that could still move the market. Had some better trading days, certainly better than what we saw 2 weeks ago. The volume has been back. That's always what makes a difference. Hopefully we can see even more in the time to come. Everybody have a great trading week. We will be probably not doing an audio recording like this for Friday. We usually don't unless something big happens on Thursday. So the next YouTube will be up over the weekend. Have a good week. But we'll be in the lab to help you out if you need it. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal.